Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's hop right in. All right, the first card we have out here is the Magician card. It's a little dark, so I'm going to lighten that up the best I can. All right, clarify the Magician card. What makes the collective stand out? What makes them special? Let me hype you up. Clarify the Magician. All right, we have the High Priestess. Interesting. All right, so with the Magician on top of the High Priestess, somebody could feel like you are definitely good at manifesting. That's kind of what I think of when I see the Magician on top of the High Priestess, because the High Priestess reminds me of your intuition, your wisdom, your mentality, your mindset, your mental space, your mind, you know? Aside from this being like telecommunications, like your phone or your laptop or even the internet to some degree, this ultimately talks about your inner, like your psyche, your psychology, your psychological state. In my opinion, that's how I interpret the High Priestess. And when I see the Magician card coming out on top of that, this is someone who could be good at manifesting their thoughts. This could be somebody who was good at transmuting their mental energy and turning it into something tangible, or just making it work for them. You know, this could be your mindset. Somebody could really enjoy how you think, how you view things, how you perceive things, how you interpret things. Clarify the High Priestess. All right, that was that Four of Cups. Actually, the Four of Cups reversed came out on top of the High Priestess. All right, so you could be very open-minded. You are very open-minded. That was very clear. Very clear. Okay, what they could like about you, collective, is that you are very open-minded. Very open-minded. Clarify the Four of Cups reversed. Clarify the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Strength card. Yeah, you're very open-minded and vocal. Very open-minded, vocal, very articulate. You speak well. You could be a speaker. You could be someone that is a public speaker of some sort, a professor, a teacher, a mentor, a therapist, a guidance counselor, a motivational speaker. You could be in the church, pastor, pope, priest, whoever the case may be. You got the Eight of Swords on top of the Strength. All right, so yeah, I kind of feel like with the Eight of Swords on top of the Strength, you could be a public speaker. Something about what you're saying, something about what you do or practice, I kind of want to say this is religious. This is your religious beliefs that you're probably doing. This imagery is kind of making me feel like, because I kind of feel like with the Strength on top of the Eight of Swords, you're practicing something. You're practicing speech, because the Eight of Swords reminds me of something that you could say trapped, especially with the imagery on this card, but it's still the Eight of Swords. That's still verbal communication, mental. So I kind of feel like here in this context, Eight of Swords would be routine. And when it comes to religion, we know, because you can say, oh yeah, you're trapped, but you wouldn't literally be trapped in the sense where it's like, oh, help me get out. It's more so saying, this reminds me of routine. I could say this, the synonym, the better word would say I could use is routine. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, with the Eight of Swords here on top of with the Strength on top of the Eight of Swords. Routine. This is something you're routinely practicing. This could be prayer. This could be your religious beliefs that you're routinely practicing. You're sticking to those beliefs. All right, clarify the Eight of Swords. We got the Emperor reversed. Clarify the Emperor reversed. All right, with the Emperor reversed, I kind of get a little bit of obsession, because when I think of the Emperor reversed, there's an element of unhingedness to him. Clarify the Emperor reversed. All right, so you could be really, really, really hard up about your beliefs, about what you believe in, what you practice. This is something that you're very, very on top of. All right, so it could be a particular prayer you say every day, or something you live by that you don't go one day without missing, one day without practicing. Clarify the Emperor reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. Clarify the Three of Swords reversed. Clarify the Three of Swords reversed. It could even look like you're wearing yourself out, okay? That don't sound healthy, but for some reason these people love this about you. You could simply just be working to the bone, working really hard. Clarify the Three of Swords reversed. People could see that you're really trying hard to lean into this lifestyle or this this, whatever it is you're doing or practicing routinely, day in and day out. People are seeing you dedicate yourself to it in real time. Clarify the Three of Swords reversed. Some people could even find themselves feeling like you're going really hard. Like maybe you could be going a little too hard. Clarify the Three of Swords reversed. One card at a time, please. We have the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. We have the Empress. All right, we have the Temperance on top of the Empress. Okay, so you could be in a highly creative energy right now. This has something to do with speaking, I feel. Speaking, singing, spoken word, rapping, pastoring, prayer, poetry, humming, hymns, writing music, writing songs, writing raps, writing stories, creative writing, writing about your life. You're pouring something out. There's an influx of a lot of just creative flow. Creative juices are flowing. Emotions are flowing. Okay, you could be in the lab cooking something up. This could be creative. Okay, with the Temperance on top of the Empress, this is highly creative energy flowing, pumping through the veins. All right, you could be cooking up something. You could be creating something. The Empress, clarify the Empress, okay? Clarify the Empress. They could be watching you in real time learn how to do something. Literally. Clarify the Empress. Clarify the Empress, okay? You could be making really aggressive strides towards something. What did I say, gang? Eight of Pentacles is literally the epitome of going to fucking work. When I tell you nailing it to the fucking cross, you listen, you are trying so hard, doing so much research, practicing day in and day out, literally glued to the screen. When I tell you, this is somebody, Eight of Pentacles is working on a project energy. With the Empress on top of the Eight of Pentacles, you are working hard at something. Hard as hell. Ten of Wands, where you at? Affirm me, Ten of Wands, where you at? Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We got the Nine of Pentacles coming out there, big. Whatever you're working hard on, it's the fruits of your labor are laboring. Okay? Those fruits are prospering. Baby, when the Nine of Pentacles comes out, you are abundant. Listen, pockets, listen, overflowing, cup overfloweth, never running dry. You hear me? Gaining weight, you gain more money, you've gained attention, expansion is the theme here altogether. Whatever you are putting your hardest effort, your most effort into, it's definitely rewarding you. You're getting rewards because of that. Rewards. Clarify that Nine of Pentacles, please and thank you. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I like this reading so far. It sounds great. It sounds good. It sounds like something normal. You get tired of the drama. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. These wanted to come out so bad, so I'm going to take them. You got the Seven of Wands here, and you got the Four of Wands. All right. This is the stability card. This is the happy home, happy life, happy wife. All right, marriage. On top of the Seven of Wands, baby, everything you've worked for, you defending it with your life. You worked hard as hell for all of this to end up in this Four of Wands energy. I know that's right. And that's what they are enjoying about you, collective. Somebody watched you come from the bottom to work your way up to the top. They're seeing you literally in real time get everything you said you were going to get. They're watching you make a comeback. Okay, you got the Nine of Swords. You got the Nine of Swords coming out here on top of the Four of Wands. All right, let's see what that's about. Nine of Swords, all right. When I see the Nine of Swords, I think of depression, anxiety, and nighttime intimacy issues. This could be issues in the bedroom. This could be nightmares. This could be insomnia. This could just be having a hard time sleeping at night, specifically. We got the Seven of Swords, all right? We got the planning card. This is the planning card. Clarify the Seven of Swords, all right? We got the Six of Swords reversed. Clarify the Six of Swords reversed. We got the Hanged Man, all right? This is the separation card. This is the sacrifice, separation and sacrifice, okay? So you could be letting go of this Nine of Swords energy, this Six of Swords reverse energy. That's that stagnant energy, feeling stuck. Nine of Swords, that depressive, anxious energy, you know? Because sometimes when you're getting ready to move on into a more stable aspect of your life, sometimes you get a little intimidated and scared, you know? Sometimes, even though it's chaotic, people get comfortable in their suffering. And you don't even realize it. Just because you don't like your suffering doesn't mean you can't get accustomed to it or get comfortable in it. Change can feel scary or uncomfortable sometimes. So, clarify the Hanged Man, please. We got that Ten of Pentacles coming out on top of the Hanged Man, all right? All right, so you definitely had to let some shit be so you can gain something better, something else, all right? Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. You got the Queen of Wands coming out here, all right? Ten of Pentacles on top of the Queen of Wands, okay? This could be family. You could have found a family. You could have found and created your family, literally. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Family is not always who you're blood related to. It's not. You got the King of Swords coming out here on top of the Queen of Wands. Clarify the King of Swords. All right, we got the Six of Pentacles, and we got the Death card. All right, so I really do feel like you packed up, you picked up, and you started anew. You started anew. Just because you were born into a certain situation does not mean that has to remain your situation. And I kind of feel like people watched you go from the bottom to the top. I don't know why I just keep getting that sentiment. Like they watched you get everything you literally said you were going to get, everything you asked for. I really do. You could be an influencer. You could be somebody who's online. You could be somebody who just posts content about their life online and people are watching you get something very well deserved. Starting anew. You could be moving to a new place, starting fresh, starting a new journey. With the Six of Pentacles on top of the Death card, all right? So you could have definitely found your family, found your group, found your people, your tribe, and you decided, this is my life, this is my family, this is who, moving forward, this is who I'm going to claim as mine from this day forward. Or you could have literally had a family of your own, especially with this Empress energy coming in, all right? You could have purposely started a new life, created your family, all right? You could have been somebody who didn't want a family. You didn't want a family with all this toxicity. You didn't want to start a family in that energy. So you changed your life around so that you could bring your family into something positive, something good, something worth it. I do feel as though this is somebody who could be in the public eye. This could be somebody who's a public figure, someone who could be an influencer, or if you're not an influencer, you just could be popular. You could just have that aura or that energy about you. Wherever you go, you gain attention, you get attention. You could be easy on the eyes, all right? You could be somebody that you just have that energy about you. I'm not even saying you're extroverted. You could be a very introverted person, but people just feel, you just have that magnetism about you, okay? That is what I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I do talk back, interact with your girl, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you kindly. Have a great day.